Okay, here we go. This needs to be indented. Do you see this ruler? You go up to view and click on the ruler, and then for all of these, you see this arrow up arrow right here. That is for the bottom rows. That is for the top rows. You need to make sure that you indent the first line. This is really good. You know, these should probably be A, B, and C, but I'm not going to worry about it. You're missing a comma here. I just see that. And I'm going to rephrase that. And the question would be is this a quote? Because if this is not, if this is a quote, it has to have quotations around it. It has to have a page number and the citation. Okay, on every single one. If it's not, take out. If you paraphrased it, then take this out, and you don't have to do that. You've got "gal" after every one. So what you're telling me is that this is you copied and pasted it. And you're not supposed to be copying and pasting it. You're supposed to be paraphrasing it. If you're going to do it, put the quotes around it, but it's not going to be acceptable on all of them. You can't quote everything. You need to put it in your own words. If you need help with that, reach out and I will teach you how to do that. All of them start with there were X number of participants. There's a reason for the madness. Okay? There were that done. Period. And then you did really well here on telling just a little bit about it more, but I dumped all the rest of this stuff because it's really gobbledygook. Because you have to understand that this is a overview, a specific setup, standardized way of doing this that goes very, very quickly. So your purpose statement is really good, but I took out the "gal." Don't need it. It's the same article. If it's the same author, you don't have to keep putting it in there. If it's when you use another author. Okay? So you did fine. You changed the words. The result showed. It's either one result or the result showed. That's it. And the bottom one, you put in two. Didn't have to. But as you'll see when I go through that one. Okay? So this is really well set up. You did pretty good here other than the little small errors. But we got a whole bunch of stuff here that's just like useless. I left it in there to show you it's useless. The result showed it's one result. Find one result and put one sentence in there. Then you need to do the why statement, which I sent out information on that, but I'm going to put it in the comments of how to do the why statement. It's 2 sentences. You're doing way too much work all the way down to the bottom here. You do not have a why statement here. Okay? And then the other part of it is that it's formatted. It needs to be formatted left flush. So you highlight everything right here. Okay? And you go to home. And then you see it's over here. It should be over here. So you can see the difference between the two. These are not APA in any way, shape, or form. If it's a book, you're highlighting the book title. If it's an article, you're highlighting the journal article and the volume number right here. And it should look just like this. So make them all look just like this. Only the first letter and the first letter after a question mark or a period or something or a colon it's put there. So that this is all good. But you're just doing too much work. That second part is there were X number of participants, a little bit about the result, one result, the 2 sentence of why, and it's done. All this other stuff doesn't. If you need it, you're going to find it when you go back to look at the article. So just shorten it a lot. And then you went way off the beaten path. I don't know what you were doing. Right here, you did the journal article needs to be in italics and the volume number needs to be in italics. That's fine. But then you didn't even do the same thing down here that you did in the first one. It is repetitious. It's over and over again. This one has to be completely rewritten. It looks like you are copying and pasting from there. You don't copy and paste. You need to paraphrase. You need to put it in your own words. Okay? Okay, so if you need help, reach out. I will help you. But and then these are not APA. Well, this one probably is, except this is a you need to put this right here, and it's not APA. So what you do is you take that right there, and you put it in the library and see if that's in the library. Okay, you put it right in the little search engine box right there. Okay, and that's all in those videos that I gave you. So it tells me that you're either not watching the videos or you're watching them and not understanding them, but you gotta start asking me questions for help. That's why I'm making the video. So this one is completely wrong. And this one is really good, except it just says too much. Okay, all of this stuff needs to disappear, probably from, I'm going to do it right now. So basically, the results show among students in the strong, but look how long that is. That tells me you copied and pasted it in. You need to take that and you need to shorten it and put it in your own words. And then all of this right here, gone. You're missing the white statement, so I will put that white statement video in there. I'm going to put some other stuff in your comments, but I think I've already given you comments on that. So if I have, I'm not going to do it again. You need to figure it out, or you need to call me and set a time where I can go over this with you a little more in depth. But I can't truthfully help you if you're not going to follow the directions that are like you did here. This is not perfect, but it's pretty darn close. Okay, it's pretty darn close. And then you went down here and didn't do the same thing. So if there were no participants in this one, that might be my bad. I might have missed it. You got to have participants. That's part of the deal. That's part of the video. Your quantitative articles must have participants so you can follow the structure there and go extremely fast. Okie dokie. So you're doing better, but we got to stay focused in on doing the right thing. This is mandatory. It's not like, okay, if you don't want to do it, just turn it in. I'll give you a grade. Let me know. If you want to do it right and go into Dr. E's classes and be able to write better and do better, this is psychology writing. All right? Other than that, give me a call if you have any questions. I will be on campus on Monday. You might be able to get some time with me there so I can walk you through it. But if I think you're an online student, so you're going to need to make time. Monday I am not available. I'm on campus doing focus groups. But have a great day.